Hello, I'm Lilly, a graduating product design student, and this is my CESP digital story. I first started doing community work in middle school when my mom told me about an opportunity to volunteer at my local library. As a young bookworm, the main reason I agreed was really just because I wanted to spend more time around books. As nerdy as that sounds, I ended up volunteering at the library for over 7 years, fueled at first by my love of reading, then by the friends I made, and then by the love for the library community as a whole. Going into high school, my priorities shifted a little bit. I started feeling much more conscious of myself in relation to others. Many of my high school friends were incredibly intelligent and talented people, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to keep up with their successes. My community service work took a turn from collaborative to competitive, and I joined the National Honor Society partially as an attempt to put myself ahead in the game. In trying to measure up, I spread myself thin, constantly moving between causes without fully grounding myself in any one of them. College gave me the chance to redefine myself and begin uncovering the core passions that ground me. With the wide range of programs and extracurriculars at the U, I had endless opportunities to explore. One of the very first programs I joined was the Community Engaged Scholars Program. Initially, I assumed it would be pretty similar to National Honor Society, but I quickly realized that there's much more to community engagement than volunteering and event planning. True community engagement requires really knowing the people in a community and acting with the intention of supporting lasting change. Not too long after joining CESP, I solidified my major in product design. Product design is the practice of creating thoughtful, user-centered physical products, from everyday tools to complex systems. It blends research, creativity, and technical skill to identify real-world problems, generate ideas, and bring them to life through a range of methods like sketching, modeling, and prototyping. As I became more comfortable with my chosen discipline, I began to wonder, what does the intersection between design and community engagement look like? I spent a lot of time working at different places trying to figure out how to merge these two worlds. One of my first experiences was volunteering with the Aurora Center for about 10 months, where answering their 24-hour crisis line challenged me deeply and ultimately shaped my approach to user research through a stronger foundation and empathetic communication. In a design board I was on, called the Design Student and Alumni Board, I worked on revamping an annual volunteer event called Design Forward into an ongoing partnership with Simpson Housing Services, shifting from a one-time service model to a collaborative, long-term effort focused on mutual impact. This past fall, I worked as a usability researcher with the St. Paul Office of Technology and Communications, where I helped evaluate the mayor's office's web pages, an experience that deepened my user research skills and taught me how to turn real community feedback into meaningful design recommendations. And finally, this past semester, I've been trying to bring it all together in a capstone project involving both product design and community engagement practices. In a project partnered with the University of Minnesota Arboretum's Anderson Horticultural Library, I've been taking a look at the purposes, processes, and products involved with exhibit creation. I worked on 2 different projects, one designing an improved book cradle, and 2 helping the Anderson Horticultural Library make their curiosity cabinet come to life. If you're interested in learning more about this capstone project, the QR code below goes to the full process book. To conclude, I've had the immense privilege of working with so many different people, organizations, and projects during my time at the University of Minnesota. As I said before, one of my goals when I first came to college was to better understand my core passions and work towards a singular goal. As it turns out, it's not that easy. As it turns out, you need to try a whole bunch of things that you don't work out, but ultimately teach you something before you can really figure out something that does work. After reflecting on my community engagement history, though, it's obvious that my one constant has been my love for product design. Why not use my advocacy skills and ambition to bring positive change to the design community itself? There are so many things related to product design that need change, like unethical labor practices, manufacturing waste, and unsustainable product life cycles. Moving forward into my career as a professional designer, I will not only solve problems, but question who benefits, who is left out, and how we can do better. I'm not just here to design products. I'm here to challenge the systems behind them and push the industry towards something more just, more sustainable, and more human.